Hi there, this is Noelle from Opera Singer in the Kitchen, and tonight, I am here to show you what I've been playing with the last few weeks. If you can tell, I have this really nifty looking contraption here that I received a few weeks ago. It's an electrical air fryer, and it's very portable. I can move it anywhere, place it anywhere in the kitchen, and really it's been an interesting appliance to work with. And after playing with a few things and creating different recipes, I decided to really hone in on something that I really liked that I will be showing you just a little later. But I want to talk about this air fryer. It seems to be a newer innovation, and this is called the Avalon Bay air fryer. It works, it heats like an oven, but it's based on high-speed circulation. So there's a fan in here, and it circulates the hot air. So it heats from 200 degrees to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it works on a timer setting here from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. And once something is finished cooking, it pretty much is set on a timer, and then it lets the cook know, ding, it's ready, it's ready to remove. Here's a little basket, which right now is right here. The rest of the basket is a non-stick basket that goes inside the other part of the appliance, and it slips in, and it latches in, and is ready to cook. So once I set the timer, we'll see some lights and it'll start cooking, and it's a very low humming sound that really needs to be away from other appliances. The heat comes from back here. You see a little fan, so it needs to be not so close to anything right behind it so that the air can flow. So today I decided to make a dish that I really enjoy in Mexico, but sometimes I really haven't been able to eat it because it's really higher in calories. But it's based on fried corn tortilla chips, and that's a lot of oil. So what the air fryer does is that you really don't need any oil. There are some foods where the manual talks about that it requires 1 teaspoon of oil, but all that is removed by the fan. It drips down through the basket at the very bottom, and that little oil still just circulates and lifts up and just continues to cook whatever item that you are cooking. So this, even though it's called an air fryer, it fries, it roasts, it grills, and it bakes. So depending on what you're making, you can do frozen foods, breaded fish, fish sticks, French fries. All that really cooks quickly here. It takes maybe 9-10 minutes to cook on a higher setting. But here I'm going to show you what I did. I have corn tortillas that I bought at the store. So here we go. And I pretty much cut and make my own tortilla chips. I cut them in half and make my own triangles and put them in a little bowl here. And as I continue cutting, I'm just thinking about how much will go into my bowl. I had to test how much would be contained in there. The instructions talk about a minimum amount of food, or maximum amount of food is 1 cup, half a cup, a fourth a cup, so that the air will flow and really cook these chips or cook the food appropriately. So as I tested it, these chips took about 10 minutes on 392 degrees, and they cooked, and they were nicely brown, not too brown that they were burned. They had any burn to see. It was perfectly crispy, and I didn't really add any oil at all. I just used some olive oil spray here, non-stick spray. Here's Pam Superior Non-Stick, and I make sure that I just spray the chips, kind of toss it so I can get some more chips and more spray onto the chips, because the goal is here to keep it really low calorie. The tortillas have calories of their own. I don't want to add more calories by adding oil. And then I will toss these tortilla chips, make sure these are coated well. I will coat these with some kosher salt, just kind of a little bit at a time, and then I toss. And whatever I am cooking will not have as much salt, but these will give you perfect chips that you see here. I'm going to put this in the bowl, and I will add this to the basket. And we will cook it for 10 minutes, and we will see what the results are later. As this is cooking, I will tell you a little bit more about my dish. So I'm going to set it here, the timer to 10 minutes, and at 392 degrees. It says the specifications. And so the typical meal that I like making, that my grandmother in Mexico makes, and it's very popular in Mexico, is called chilaquiles. It's based on that fried tortilla chips that is pretty much covered in this tomato puree. It could be spicy, it could be mild, and then that's tossed in the crispy tortillas, and then there's cheese, Mexican cheese that's placed on top, shredded chicken. If you want it for breakfast, you can still have chicken, or you can have a fried egg on top, and it's just so delicious, except that the oil ends up being very high in fat. So this helps so much to make that dish lighter, and so I named it Skinny Chilaquiles because the oil is removed. I'm not using really any oil other than the nonstick spray, and then we had the finished product, which pretty much tasted fantastic, and my husband agreed that it tasted like the original dish that I would make with the fried tortillas. So we will come back in a second and find out how these tortilla chips come out, and we will see how crispy these come out without the immense heat from your oven once you use that. Okay. Hi everyone, we're back, and we're going to check to see how these chips came out. If you come a little closer, we're going to show you how nice and crispy these chips came out, ready to eat. Very, very crispy, if you can tell. So these are ready to use for my recipe. And if you go on my site, singerskitchen.com, you will find the recipe that I made with this called Skinny Air Fryer Chicken Chilaquiles. And it's super easy. It takes about 20 minutes to make the sauce, and to add the toppings, and to boil the chicken, the shredded chicken, and to fry the tortillas in this air fryer. So I hope you get a chance to try it out and to enter the giveaway, because you have a chance to win one of 2 air fryers being given away. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen.